Morning on all present here. I'm Nandini D, working as an assistant professor in SNS College of Technology at the Department of Computer Science and Technology. Today we are going to see a topic on what is interpretation in data analytics. So first of all, we are defining what is interpretation. It is nothing but how we are going to explain it in the meaning of processed data, identify the patterns, converting the statistical result into understandable insight, and how these all support to take a decision making as a key interpretation. Next one is key definition. So this key definition can be interpreted in many of the things with the help of processing the data, how we get understand, how it helps to evaluate the scientific claims. These are all been seen in this definition. Next one is role of interpretation. So what are the roles we are uh, going to take in this interpretation? First one is we should give a meaningful number which converts the raw output statistical data into a real world insights. Second one is which supports the decision. That means how a manager has a based on findings and choosing these analytics. Third one is simplified complexity. That means how technical results have been understandable for non-technical things. Next one is simplified complexity. The fourth one is identifies the patterns and trends, helps to spot the relationship between the guide and the business strategies, how they are working on it. Next one is real world. Real world example. So real world example is there are two case studies. One is how these data on marketing they gets a decision, and the next one is how this healthcare gets an outcome. So in the interpretation, marketing decisions can be taken in many ways of how what are the quantities or what are the items that are stored in this market, how these get sales out, what are the preferences item we are preferring first. These way we can take in market decisions. Case to that data analytics in healthcare outcomes. In healthcare, how many patients are there, what are the diseases they have, how these diseases have been constrained. These are the things we are seeing in this real world interpretation. Next one is uh, next one is interpretation. So what is a interpretation means some points or somehow we need to understand the graphical numbers, how it is converted, what are the insights, how we take decision making, how this concept is early analyzed, what are statistical methods, how it is used in a modern techniques, how it is used in a basic statistical concept, advanced statistical models, machine learning algorithms have been used here. Next one is a statistical interpretation. In this statistical interpretation, we can say how it is explained or how it is referred in a mean median mode, correlations, regressions, p-values, confident intervals have been taken. So we can say what do these numbers tell about the data, what they tell about the data, how they tell about the data, is the result is correct, how strong the relationship between these variables. These are some statistical interpretation. Next one is three common methods of interpretation. There are three common methods. First one we can say it as descriptive interpretation, comparative interpretation, or inferential interpretation. So what is a descriptive interpretation means the data shows how it is get summarized. For example, increases of the sales in this month is higher than the last month. Second one is comparative interpretation. We compare two or more groups or time periods. For example, how a product A and the product B is compared, how better performance differs in A and B. Third one is inferior interpretation. That means how these draws a conclusion about a population using some sample data. For example, customer satisfaction suggestions or feedbacks have been taken to improve the overall result. So the next one is techniques in interpretation. Some techniques like visualization techniques, statistical techniques, context-based interpretation, trend analysis, comparing and benchmarking, segmentation analysis, storytelling with data. These are the things we can take over all this. Thank you so much.